holding it out just long enough to release all of that backboard pressure.
Yeah, beautiful work coming out from Abyss. We're just seeing 3 shots on coming out from Alpha Sydney, unable to capitalise on any of that. But a big shot on coming in, but it's not going to work in favour of Alpha Sydney. Express with the clearance there. Torsus is going to get demoed. So he's going to respawn in the perfect position to push this one down the wing. Express now trying to follow this one up, but Jake the Tyrant works over the top of him. Adds his back there as he was met in the air by Torsus. So Drippy now coming back in for the re-center. Torsus now sets it up nicely, but Express is going to get the clearance once again. Torsus with the backboard play, but it's not going to work. Jake the Tyrant would have got the nice little assist there, but it didn't work in the end. As he now gets the clearance downfield, but Torsus is back there. Good rotation work coming out from him. That's going to be another dangerous backboard play, but Express is going to get the redirect. Drippy reads that one nicely. In comes Jake the Tyrant. Backboard play. Can he get it? No, because Express comes in and gets the clearance.
Alpha Sydney have had about 4 or 5 shots that have hit that crossbar so far. They'll be quite upset with themselves, especially if they can't tie this game up with 1 minute left to go. They've had every single offensive opportunity so far, and it's not the brilliant defense of Abyss. Despite how good it is simply the panic, the missed shots, the just ever so slight failure in execution by the Alpha Sydney team so far.
Exactly right. Coming up to 30 seconds now. There goes the warning. Alpha Sydney really need to bring something back here. So far, we're seeing a reverse game of what happened last time, but Abyss are the ones holding on with that 1-goal lead. Torsus now trying to set something up. He's going for a nice little fast play, but the pinch is going to come out off the back of Adzi. Drippy, no, reads that one nicely. Backboard. Express holds that one up, so it's out of line of sight. Drippy, though, with the redirect once again. 8 seconds left on the clock. Abyss to push it right back down the opposing end of the field. Torsus is trying to hold this one up. He's going down for the long shot down midfield. It's going to hit the ground. But surprisingly enough, it's not going to go in the favour of Abyss. So Alpha Sydney now have a prime opportunity for that 0-hero goal. Drippy keeping it up in the air. He's going to hit the ground. Express trying to push that one straight down so they can take the win out. But Express is going to leave that one, and Abyss bring it back to tie it up.
Well played by Abyss. They're looking strong into this series. And we saw them get that first goal and then sit on it. And, 2 shots. And the reason that is because they got their first opening goal right in the first moments of the match, and then didn't even try to get any more. That whenever they had the ball, they were looking to just put it in areas that Alpha Sydney couldn't attack from, rather than put it into areas where they could get a goal. And it worked out beautifully. I don't think that it would normally work based on the power and the opportunities that Alpha Sydney got, but they held on. They got 7 saves, and that's putting them through to the 5th game. So well played by the Abyss team.
Yeah, exactly. The defensive pressure coming out from Abyss was absolutely insane. 10 shots on goal came out from Alpha Sydney, and they were unable to capitalise on any of those. So mainly just came down to positioning, maybe a bit of communication within the team. But either way, this is the final map for the ESL Go for Rocket League Cup number 9 semi-final. The winner of this match will determine who goes through to the grand final. We're also still awaiting the results from Team Furox and Team Blast. Whoever wins out of them will take on the winners of this matchup in the grand final for that 100 USD prize pool. But either way, Alpha Sydney on the attack straight away. Nice little play set up from Torsus. Jake the Tyrant sets the backboard play, which Drippy can't capitalise on because Express gets the clearance. Jake the Tyrant with another little centre ball set up. Going to get blocked out of the way for Torsus to really capitalise on that one there. Jake the Tyrant once again tries to set it up, but it gets blocked out of the way by Sirix. Now Express pushing this one down nice and fast. Reads that one nicely, but Drippy can't get the touch he's looking for, so Torsus comes in, throws it out of harm's way. Backboard play in effect. Is anyone there to capitalise? No, they're not. Drippy gets the clearance, and now Alpha Sydney got to really try and push this one forward.
Alpha Sydney are looking like they're going to be sitting in defense for quite a while. Both these teams are taking the opportunity to change between an aggressive and a defensive playstyle. Finally, the clear coming out from Jake. But again, every single time we see that clear, we also see Express hanging right at the back, waiting for the counter clear. Alpha Sydney are going to do more midfield plays, more passes, and more dribbles, importantly, to get the ball up and the offensive pressure.
Right, Abyss now on the attack, trying to push this one forward. Express reads that one nicely, sets it up for a centre ball. As he's sitting there, works it around, Drippy goes in for the shot on, but Torsus gets there. gets the nice little special save that they're looking for. Jake the Time pushes one down midfield. That's an open net, but as he gets up in time, push that one out of harm's way. Trippy now coming in for the redirect. Horses reads that one nicely, but it's going to get blocked out. Now Adzi pushing it down wing. Jake the Time holds that up, tries to work it over the top of Sirix, but Sirix reads that one too good and works it over the top of Jake. Now tosses with the redirect. Adzi replies. In comes Drippy for the shot on. That's dangerous. That's a backboard play, and Alpha Sydney take out the first goal.
Well, Drupe coming in this time and hitting it into the top of net. He's been aiming for that same area. Big part was that he went for the self setup. Drupe to the backboard and then himself catching the Abyss team off guard by doing a real slammer. The power is what was important in that play.
Work coming out from Alpha Sydney at the moment. Abyss really need to capitalise on some of those shots on that they've been going for. 4 shots coming out from Alpha Sydney, only 1 coming from Abyss, but they do have a nice little teamwork coming out. Torsus now with the shot on, but it's going to hit the crossbar there, so it's going to work out in favour of Abyss at the moment. Drippy now with the redirect. Take the Tyrant for the follow-up, but Sirix getting it out of harm's way. Drippy now with another shot on. She's going to miss going off to the right-hand side. Adzi now going for a little bit of a dribble, but Torsus comes up for the block. Doesn't work in his favour. Express reads that one so well. In comes Adzi for the equaliser.
Express and Adzi are the dynamic duo. Adzi up to Express, and Express is so good at getting high and getting the angle back to Adzi, who had complete trust in his teammate to get the ball back down to him. 1 apiece, and this is showing up to be a great semi-final match.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is exactly what we want to see, especially in the OCE scene. Either way, at the moment, Alpha Sydney really working hard and bringing that heat up against Abyss, but Abyss now seems to have a bit of an open opportunity to take that 1-goal lead, which Sirix finds.
Sirix, very fantastic positioning by him, but it was that first touch that was super important. He could have put a slammer on the net, but he takes the double touch to ensure that no matter where the last player in Alpha Sydney spawns, he was able to beat them.
See a beautiful work coming out from Abyss, looking to take this one out at the moment. Still 2 minutes left on the clock, so anything's possible. Now the boys from Abyss trying to work hard. Express trying to set something up here, but it's not going to work in his favour. Drippy pushing it downfield. Jake the Tyrant with the redirect to centre. Drippy for the follow-up, but it's going to be pushed off to the side wing. So Express now finds the opportunity to push back the defensive half of Alpha Sydney. Now holding up centre, Jake the Tyrant for a shot on down midfield, but Sirix is going to hold that one up. Torsus over the top, keeping it in front of goals. But Express is going to get the clearance there. Boys working exceptionally hard.
It's amazing watching Abyss play, and as soon as they get that 1-goal lead, it's like a switch. They turn it on and start going straight onto the defense and hold back every single player, hoping that they can just hold on to the lead. But Alpha Sydney have shown that they are strong on offense and able to crack any kind of defense. Drippe gets to the breakaway, he just needs to put that in, and he does, tying up the game once again.
Yeah, beautiful work. Look at this. Just pretty much sets himself up here, works it around the defense, follows it up off the side wall there to slot that one in for the equalizer. Minute 12 seconds left on the clock. Still plenty of time here to see either team win this one out. At the moment, Alpha Sydney got that bit of momentum from that last goal, but Abyss now pushing this one forward. Torsus goes up, gets that clearance, which is what they need, keeps it out of harm's way. Jake the Time trying to follow this one up, which he does, works it around 1, works it around 2. Now he's got to work it around Sirix. Can he do it? Yes, he does. Works it around him, but Express works back and gets the block out.
Big plays coming out from both these teams. Jake the Tyrant looking to put on that offensive pressure. And Alpha Sydney's rotation is looking so deadly right now. Torsos not able to finish that off. Abyss have the counter-attack. Only 1 person in net, but Drippe is up to the task. And this is becoming so back and forth. Both teams pushing up, both teams looking to get those redirects. And right now, Sirix is all in his court. Torsos gets that to the side. 20 seconds left on the clock, and both the teams are in the tight game. Are we going to see an overtime in the 5th game of the semi-final? Is this truly the actual grand final of the tournament? Will we find out? 8 seconds left. Drippe has 1 more chance to get it in. Torsos gets demoed by Express, and now Adzi has 1 final chance at a goal. Torsos puts it down, and we have ourselves overtime.
Beautiful work coming out from both teams. Exciting game here on our hands. But a quick mention, big shout out to Nexus Gaming for giving us a bit of a host there with 78 viewers. So big shout out to you, bud. But either way, we'll get straight back into this action. Sirix now pushing it down for a forward shot on net. Express now for the follow-up. Up goes Jake the Tyrant. Gets the clearance there. He's working off to the left-hand side. It's Sirix now holding it up there on the wing. Express now coming in over the top, gets the demo on Drippy, so that's an open net, but Jake the Tyrant comes in, gets the clearance, as he now with the shot on, but that's going to hit the top backboard. Now Express once again coming in for the redirect, holding it up into Alpha Sydney's defensive half. Jake the Tyrant trying to work it down the wing, but Sirix gets it around him. Sirix now singing up for a dangerous ball, but Drippy working it over the top, out of the way where Adzi can utilise it. Now in comes Express once again. That's a backboard play. In comes Sirix. Another backboard. Express reading that well. That's a dangerous centre ball. No one's back in the net, but Jack the Tyrant's going to get the clearance.
Big plays coming out. 1 minute into overtime. Both the Abyss and Alpha Sydney boys are not willing to take any big risks. Gorsos with the pass into the center of the crossfield. But again, this entire game goes down to 1 goal. Express to the side. And now there's an opportunity for Alpha Sydney. They've taken everybody out of the play. Jake the Tyrant has the opportunity, puts it to the side. Drippy coming in, but he puts it to the side as well. Missed opportunities for Alpha Sydney here.
The excitement coming out from Alpha Sydney at the moment is absolutely insane. Minute 33 seconds into overtime, and at the moment, Abyss are just holding on with this pressure that's coming up from Alpha Sydney. Torsus now with the redirect down to the center. As he clears it out of harm's way. Express takes out Jake the Tyrant, so it gives him a bit of time to reset and work on those rotations and try and give themselves a bit of opportunity. But Drippy, he's holding on to that pressure. Torsus is coming in. It's going to double tap off the top backboard. So now Drippy's setting it up for another center ball. In comes Jake the Tyrant. That's a dangerous ball, and Alpha Sydney are going to the grand final.
Big play by Alpha Sydney. Jake the Tyrant puts that nice and soft. He saw Sirix up underneath him. A hard shot would have been blocked, but the soft shot over the top of him was enough to get them the grand final. Really solid play by Alpha Sydney. And all of these games were super close to every single one within 1 game. And it really shows how tight these two teams are, how close they are in this series, that in multiple games, the difference of 1 goal was the difference of the entire series. So Alpha Sydney do end up coming through at the end with so many opportunities. 14 shots for them in this game, but throughout the entire series, I'm sure if we calculated the statistics, they probably end up with twice as many shots as the Abyss team.
Exactly right. So good work coming out from the Alpha Sydney team. Really kept up that pressure, bring it back, and managed to come away in that overtime to move forward into the grand final. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ESL Go for Rocket League Cup number 9. And we'll be right back with the grand final. So whoever wins out of Furox and Team Blah will be taking on Alpha Sydney for that big 100 USD smackaroos. So stay tuned for more action.